Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Sylvester of the FantasyPros Football Podcast, and today I've got my top 5 sleeper starts for Week 10 of your fantasy football season. These are players you want to always feel comfortable starting, but this week, especially with 6 teams on bye, they make a lot of sense because they're matchups and or game script. Let's start up at number 5, where I've got the only quarterback on the list. It's Jimmy Garoppolo of the San Francisco 49ers. I won't give Jimmy G the credit for San Francisco's success, nor will I say he's been a quality fantasy player so far, but he takes on a secondary in Seattle this week that has been merely mediocre and against an absolute cake schedule. Plus, Jimmy G hasn't had much volume because of the game scripts he's been working with. With Quan Alexander now out, the 49ers may actually be playing catch-up at home this week, which would lead to a big week for the 49ers pass attack. At number 4, it's on to running back, where I've got Latavius Murray of the New Orleans Saints. Just because Alvin Kamara is back doesn't mean we have to abandon expectations for Murray to help us. He's played so well over the last 2 Saints games that he can virtually lock in a dozen touches against Atlanta's shoddy defense this week as the Saints ease Kamara back into his prior workload. Don't forget, Mark Ingram was an RB1 in this very role not too long ago. And at number 3, I've got Devontae Parker, wide receiver of the Miami Dolphins. He may have burned you in the past, but let's just remove the name. Just hear this. Since Week 2's matchup against the Patriots, this has been a top 20 wide receiver in fantasy. He's recently seen a quarterback upgrade, and the number 1 receiver on his team just suffered a season-ending injury. Look folks, feel good about it or not, Parker's a great play this week, and his rest of the season schedule is delicious too. On over to tight end at number 2, where I've got Jack Doyle of the Indianapolis Colts. There has not been a single game this season that Eric Ebron has played more snaps than Jack Doyle. But more importantly, Doyle's field time and targets have both been increasing over the last few games. He has a top-notch matchup this week against the Dolphins, and the Colts are without both T.Y. Hilton and Paris Campbell now. If that's not a recipe for a top 10 tight end, I don't know what is. And at number 1, I've got Ty Johnson, running back of the Detroit Lions. I know what you're thinking, anyone but him, even Kalen Ballage, but listen guys, in Week 8, Trey Carson got the surprise start. He's now out for the season. In Week 9, they played a pass funnel defense, so they had to throw the ball nearly every play. This week, Carson is out of the way, and they play an extreme run funnel defense in the Bears. It might not seem like a great matchup to you, but with Akeem Hicks out for Chicago, it most certainly is. Alright guys, that's all for my top 5 sleeper starts of Week 10. Make sure to let us know what you think in the comments section, and as always, like and subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your football.